by the
We'll
way,
stop
Keith, have you
the
pulled up the
talk
notes
now.
for the recap?
Oh, wait,
We'll
we have
stop the
notes?
talk now.
Yes. Carl did
I
notes
made notes
last
last
week, and Carl, you get a hero point. By the way, if you don't
Thank you.
volunteer but are volunteer told, you also get a hero point.
Where 'tis?
It's the pinned comment in Rebirth of the Lost God
Found it.
Rebooted.
Alright, let's scroll down. That's a lot of emojis.
Moji.
Alright.
I made sure to keep it brief, so.
I did
Mostly because
roast
they're
you
really-
because you got almost every name wrong.
I know. That's what I said. I'm pretty sure I got the names wrong, but I'll leave you to go in and change them because
Just
I'm like,
jump into this, or are we doing introductions?
I was wanting you to have it up, but we are going to do introductions first. But before we get to that, we are going to do this on rotation. Bella does not have a computer, so notes are going to... We're skipping over Bella. Keith, you'll be doing notes this week.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to do it based on the order in the top left-hand corner. So, but Keith, well, let me go introduce people. I've got my comedy working. We have Yuki Terumi, who immediately walked into chat today and was like, what the fuck is happening? Hello, Lewis.
Hey there.
We have a fellow lover of reading other groups' religious texts. Hello, Belber.
Hello.
We have someone who some groups of people might consider a heretic. Hello, Carl.
Someone called the Black
I'm
Templar.
sorry I have to do this because you called me a heretic. Blood for the blood gods!
Oh, for the Skull Throne.
Anyway.
We have another person who walked in midway and actually got to say, what the fuck did I walk into? Hello, Alverber.
I have a couple of highlights of the day, but walking in on a religious conversation is not one of them.
A very peaceable one, but, you know.
I stepped in dog shit and got jump scared by a cockroach. How do you want to top that?
I mean, hopefully it's not... Hopefully the religious talk wasn't as bad as that, but, you know...
I mean, I tend to zone out a lot on that conversation, but...
To each their own. Like, the only reason I was talking about it because YouTube algorithms have been weird today.
Yeah.
I am your host. I'll introduce myself now. Earlier this morning, I was getting recommended religious videos by YouTube. Recently, I've been getting recommended smut. So that's a heck of a turnaround. Maybe it's like, hey, you've been recommended a lot of these holier-than-thou type of videos and haven't been watching them. Maybe you want some smut. We have...
It's testing your faith, Matt.
It is testing my faith, which... you know, that's all good. We have an agnostic and a ghostwriter simp in Lightsbane 44.
Hello.
And God, this is the weirdest intro I've ever done. I feel like I should start over, but we're already too deep into it. Finally, we have oh, Keith. Keith is the last one on the list. My recap man, and a man who
You forgot
also,
about Keith. How dare you?
This is like
Much
the only
like-
time I forgot about Keith, and I remembered him before moving on. And
Much like those Al-Qaeda pilots on 9/11, Jesus Christ also had drive and ambition.
Oh my god.
Keith, you can't say that in the first hour of a multi-hour stream.
I did that
You can't
anyway.
say that.
I'm not even saying you can't say that for religious purposes. I can take a joke. That's just, if I ever get monetized, that's killing.
I didn't even hear what he said. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
but
good.
you
Let's
can't-
leave it at
Yeah,
that.
let's leave it at that.
So,
I will
what
tell
happened
you
last
about it.
week, me?
I will, Bella, I'll repeat what he said when we're not live.
Just text it to me.
Oh, yeah, that works. Okay, Keith, while you're doing the recap, I'm going to text the joke to Bella.
Much like.
Yeah.
So last week, Zeros got a call from Alexander Romanov asking him to take over training in a base in Somnium. Zeros encourages students to do things by the book at school before he leaves. After this, Reeve and join the party. At him. Kara fucking dies. I get down, I don't die. And Amaryllis starts collecting heads in BP. Has
As
a
you
talk
do.
with Aridin about being
Bartok
resurrected.
approves.
And they agree to resurrect him on the condition that he can use his body about 1 minute a day to do number ones, number twos, and number threes. Aridin immediately redeems it and does a number 2 on Amaryllis' sleeping bag. Don't touch my notes. Causing a long-winded explanation about Aridin and a brief one about number 3s. That's it.
Read the editor's note.
I don't see it.
Didn't they?
Written by
Didn't
Carl.
they fall?
Written by Carl. He misspelled all names capital W wrong. That is my editing notes. Matt Levi Magnum.
Read the
Yeah,
whole
I
thing.
did.
Matt Levi fucking hell Magnum.
Oh, what happened? You can't do naughty things just earlier to a student.
By the way,
Hey,
isn't
you
this
were the one who broke it already. We're just off the chain at this point.
Isn't this the session I fell asleep midway through or something like that?
The only thing you missed was the jokes about the number 3s, which we are not saying what a number 3 is in voice chat until after the first hour. Once again,
or at least until we're on break.
Yeah, I'll put it in the text chat.
All we have to say to that is exactly.
So,
Anyways.
you have a very limited amount of time, Baron. You want to give a quick rundown on the Aridin situation for everyone at the camp?
Oh boy, alright, Aridin, where do we begin with this? Well, it turns out Aridin's just imprisoned someplace. Not sure exactly where, but he kind of forced me into letting him use my body in order to go ahead and take his business.
I'm not sure how a level 5 character is okay after that, but I guess he's okay.
Aridin is alive. This is amazing news I was not aware of. Beerby, we must tell everyone.
Don't worry, they
What
won't
did
look
we
at
say,
it like
actually?
we're preaching end times.
Anyways, so
No, actually, Aridin Priest would not be preaching the end time, because Aridin Priest don't exist anymore.
No, but I'm saying they'll look at us like we're crazy.
Also, Aridin priests being told their god coming back. That's not a end time. That's woo. Let's go.
What Aridin priests?
Surely there's got to be some people
There
still
is
clinging
one,
on.
actually.
They all worship Iomade now.
No, there's one. But that one
Okay.
Aridin Priest is a wiggly wobbly, timey-wimey kind of bullshitty thing. They exist at this moment as a separate being.
The Iomade clerics are gonna start a crusade now.
Why?
It's because Aridin's alive.
And he needs to be free.
That's bad for branding.
Yes, indeed, he needs to be free. So they're gonna start doing some shiz. Although I'm pretty sure some of them might panic and they have no idea what to do, so they'll start doing things.
So, I
Like
guess
what?
here... So if you really want to know, people won't believe you that Aridin is back. But
Yeah.
unless they're high-ranking members of a few churches. Because, by the way, Aridin has more risen heralds than just Iomade. Miliani is another one of Aridin's risen heralds.
Would I believe it?
I mean, you have no reason to not believe it. I mean, your friend just came back to life from somewhere.
and then had to take a fat shit, but I mean...
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, you could roll a religion check to see if this lines up with anything else.
Sure.
You have to sample the shit, it's evidence.
Ew.
You know, like two people now having different eyes.
He's an Egyptologist. He has to do that with, like, not quite fossilized turds all the time.
You can learn a lot from the characters.
So that is okay. So that is something that might be happening with a lawful neutral deity. If a lawful neutral deity were backed into a corner, they might start doing things that a devil might do in order to get out of it. They wouldn't, like, go towards the path of taking your soul, but they might start asking for something in return, like information about what's going on outside, to even the ability to have a little bit of time each day in your body to do stuff, to, like, tell their followers what's going on and stuff like that.
So I believe it.
It's plausible, and it makes more sense than a devil, because a devil might also... A devil would do more than just shit on your...
I don't know. I think it made more sense for it to be a devil than a god that's been dead for, I believe, centuries.
I mean, both are possibilities. This is devil kind of levels, but usually if they're making a post-mortem deal, they don't get their body back. I mean, Zeros isn't here, so it's not like you have an expert on whether or not that is indeed how devils roll.
Because, yeah, we lost that trump card. But yeah, so, yeah.
So, Ringo, essentially, the only reason not to trust him on what he's saying is if you don't trust him in general.
Well, I don't really know Uritem, but Beerby seems to like him. Chat, is it Grok? Is this real?
So, yeah, that is the most in-depth definition of what's going on you can get at this moment in time. Because while other people are aware of where his prison is, none of them are here at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, we do have a new player, and I don't think they've ever they've had time to know why Eridan being alive would be important for the setting. So,
yeah, it is like, so Eridan is like the premier lawful good deity. He was widely worshipped.
Fun fact,
basically.
He was actually lawful neutral.
Oh, lawful neutral, okay.
So, Bella, imagine if a world's version of Jesus told you the date and time he'd come back, and also gave followers of his magic, right?
Oh.
And then imagine he didn't come back, and all of his followers lost their magical power on the day he was supposed to come back.
You know how every fantasy race usually has their, like, main god, like this main elf god, main dwarf god that, like, made him and all that? This is the human version that usually doesn't exist in fantasy.
So, he didn't create humanity. He was human. He is the first risen deity.
I.e., the first person who went through the trial of Starstone.
By the way, if you want to know what his
funny
trial...
story. Yeah, the god of booze, of alcohol, was also a risen god who literally took the trial of Starstone drunk and doesn't remember how he did it.
Yes. Eridan's trial of Starstone, by the way, was dragging the Starstone out of the ocean. It was in one of the deepest parts of the ocean.
Why did he do that?
Because he thought it would be useful to helping the society in the Age of Darkness.
Is it just a shiny rock?
No, it's a shiny rock that turns people into deific level beings.
Well, he didn't know that yet.
No, he did not. I think he
No.
was originally planning to use it for like a lighthouse.
Hey, we need a lighthouse. You got wood? I'll be right back. I'm going to Mariana Trench.
I mean, he did do
Basically.
that.
Yep.
So Aridin
Anyway.
being alive, so Aridin's death led to a new era in the history of Galarian. And that era was the Age of Lost Omens, which ended like a year ago, and now you are in a new era based upon all the apocalyptic level shenanigans going on, known as the Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, so that is why, certain people who are not going to be named put a lot of pressure onto people who probably don't have the ability to handle it, because, it is literally every pin on the scale could tip it over the edge towards peace or extinction, so...
Yeah. Anyway, gotta get going.
Yeah.
So, last thing before I go, is just going to stand up from the fire after getting that explanation, say that he needs some alone time, and walk away. Y'all can roll to see if you can see if something's gnawing at him or not, if you want to. But, yeah.
Now, you guys could roll, but I don't want you to see what Ur's doing, so no.
Oh, no. Like on his face when he says that he needs some alone time, it'll be obvious to those who can see through it that something is gnawing at him and he needs to just get a breather or something. So,
Okie dokie.
not a what he's doing. Something is gnawing at him and might need to be touched up on later. Anyways, that later's tomorrow. I'll see y'all later.
Yep.
Bye,
see you
chat.
later. Bye.
Was that explanation in character?
clarity?
That was in character explanation.
I was gonna tempted
Not
to roll
my
accuracy.
side of it. The Age of Lost Omens and all that is not in my explanation. Or that was not on table. That was a, hey Bella, this world is interesting. Here's some fun facts.
But was it in character?
Not me telling... What I told Bella was not, no. But what Carl told you was.
Right.
Well, fortunately, the only thing left on this affinity mission is a boss fight. So if you guys want to move up to the new line...
Did we rest?
Yes, you got all of your stuff back.
Oh boy.
Well, with her attempt gone, I think I get yelled at for being front line, but I think I might actually have to again.
BRB and Tardy can go towards the front.
What about you, Zeros? Where are you going?
This is Reeve playing in this case.
Oh, sorry, I'm used to your name. What about you, Reeve? Where are you going?
The front. He's paladin.
I'm a champion, so yeah, I would also go towards the
I
front.
don't entirely know.
All
what
right,
to guess,
there's
so
a
guess
space
just
for
Like
you.
I can
wherever.
actually sort of hang in the back, in the mid area somewhat because of my range.
I don't know if I can put my character there, but he's there.
But yeah, Reeve needs to be smack dab in the front.
Yeah, we got a space for you.
Because I don't entirely know where to sit, so I guess just move me wherever. But also my arms are killing
Well,
me.
you're a ranger, so you just hang out in the back.
No, they're a bard
What?
in this
Mm-mm.
case.
Oh,
Where's
they're a
Froggy?
bard. Okay, then also the back.
Yeah.
Which Frondy?
Even more in the back than the ranger.
Frondy... Tardy is always
Frondy's occupying
riding
same space.
Frondy,
Yeah.
So...
Yes.
Until Frondy is, permanently a size larger, is that something you're doing?
Yes, he will permanently be a size larger, but I will get the feats to be able to shrink him as well.
Okay.
But yes, he will permanently be a size larger at some point, but that's not until like what, level 8.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, just a reminder. In an hour or so, I'll have to stop to go grab.
But I will be
food
getting
for a
the
sec.
shrinking feats at the same time, so.
By the way, while not immediately starting a fight, if you would roll me initiative while we're thinking of
Sure.
it.
Sure thing.
For some reason, there's like a crack in my, or like a little bit of dead skin, so I just put on like hand cream right now because I'm like, why is this not like fixing itself? Fuck you.
Creamed corn.
Creamed corn.
Oh my goodness.
I sure do love me some creamed corn.
Ah, that is the lowest I can possibly roll.
Oh dear God.
The bright side is that this smells really fucking good. Sorry.
So,
I'm saying
as you all approach, you see a portal to the plane of water, and the last bit of the cat folks being ushered in and the portal closing. Except for one cat folk. Here is your picture.
Oh, I need to remove the frightened.
She's black.
And she
Did you
looks
say that
at...
in character?
No, she's mute, remember?
Ah. I hope for your sake that that catfolk does not speak
that
sign
could
language.
That could be what's affecting Keats, one of Keats' players. He could have have like a status effect on his sheet and forgot to remove it.
Maybe. So she's like, ah, yes. I see that what forces I managed to assemble stalled you long enough for my job here to be complete. Look,
All right,
I'm just here
I
on
need to roll the
business.
initiative.
We don't have to do this. Neither of us have anything left to gain here. You have no hostages to rescue. I have no blood needing to be shed. I am a businesswoman through and through. Now, you could, if you so choose, decide that my life is worth taking. I do not recommend it, because I know more about what's going on here. Let me walk, and I will start a correspondence with you that will give you the information you need to have a full picture of what happened here.
But do I believe them?
Or we could just beat you and get it that way.
She pulls
Rondi
down...
likes this option.
She pulls
Rondi
up
says.
her sleeve and points towards a glyph. I am either leaving here alive, alone, or not at all. The minute I leave this place alone, this glyph goes away. If you take me out of here in bonds, even placing bonds on me, I will explode and my knowledge will be gone. There's, like I said, there are two ways this can end. I can tell you what I know, indirectly through correspondence, once I escape, or I can tell you nothing. You'll be left with endless mysteries. And can you really afford that?
That sounds like a bluff. They're valuing their life too much to just blow it up like that. They're really trying to get out of here alive.
Oh,
but do I...
Nobody else speaks sign language here, right? Oh no.
I have
them?
some with Beerby, but no.
Tardy might be willing to learn to talk with friend.
Do I believe them?
What you see is that while they don't mind accepting the pay for this, they have the face of someone who doesn't regret what they did at this moment, but will never do it again.
You can tell all that through someone's face?
I get
Damn.
the feeling that we have nothing to lose from letting them go. But that is just me. If you feel like you want to take your retribution, by all means.
But
I opt that we let them go.
Meanwhile,
Tardy likes letting them go.
We may regret it at some point.
I don't want them all to
Not
go
now,
to the
though.
farm upstate.
Agatha walks through and just unlatches the eye thing again and says, "Do you know what happened to Seth Swordblade? Or Spellblade?"
Who?
And she says, "That I do. That I do." Okay, now I need to make some rolls.
I don't have lore for this, so raw
Who
int.
said what now?
Do you know what happened to Seth Swordblade?
No, who said that?
That was Agatha.
Who? Oh, right, the ABC.
Yeah.
Can I roll on raw int to see if I have any clue of what she's talking about?
You can use society if that's better.
Yes.
Seth is a leader of a faction in the Ice Peace Project, who was, the spellbook of which you found in the village without him, and he's not the kind of guy to leave things that are personal effects without a fight.
Good information to know.
Oh, I, accidentally rolled those deception rolls for a different person. Let me check a DC here very quickly. Agatha looks back at it and is like, she doesn't know what's going on with Seth. That much is certain.
I'm just gonna say out of character, but Alvara's not gonna be happy.
To which the cat folk sort of screams back and are like, "Oh, they sent one of you, huh?" Very well. Let me reiterate myself. I know the people involved, and I can tell you what purposes they had in this place. I do not know every transaction that transpired in the process, and the name Seth Swordblade does not ring any bells to me. But there are other things that happened here that your groups would want to know. The Magambia, the Ice Peace Project, whatever you cling to, everyone would want to know the information I am willing to offer.
Reeve takes out from his pack, I don't know why you don't have it listed that he has it, but parchment and writing utensils. And just nods.
I cannot say so here, but tell me an address, and I will send a letter immediately once this thing is gone.
What thing?
The glyph they placed on my wrist.
Oh, they got a bomb to their chest.
I think they could get. I think they could get a
hold
wizard
on.
to fix that.
I'm not entirely sure we should give her, or them, our base of operations in the Megami. I do know another place where they can send a letter in character.
We could just send it to the university. I mean,
That's not.
the students get letters. It's not that big.
It's kind of already public where we are.
If you don't
Fair
want me
enough.
to send it to your base of operations, why not the campfire?
Yeah, that'll do.
Fair enough. Do we have a deal?
What say you all?
Well, I don't buy it, but it appears I'm outvoted, so sure, why not? Although I am wondering what the boss fight's gonna
Artie
be.
is confused.
You look formidable enough, and I do not like to deal with living bombs. I do not have the ability to defuse it personally. I do not want to die today.
Well, I
That
have
is
a
my
solution
stance.
to make sure they keep up their word. says Agatha, and she pulls out a replication's bliss, splits it, throws it at her. Keep that on your person. We'll find you if you don't.
What's the boss fight gonna be then?
Well, to be fair, this was originally supposed to be a boss fight because everyone who was going to be enslaved was still here, but it ended up being a long rest, so that transfer happened already.
And to be fair, if we did fight them when it was mandatory, it was going to be a wipe with how diminished our forces were.
Yup. But at the same time, killing her is also a good way to not know what's going on till, like, it becomes too late. So, you get something either way. In one case, you get the warm, bubbly feeling of defeating an enemy and saving people. In the other way, you get crucial information that could lead to the life and deaths of thousands, at the very least.
Personally, as frontline infantry,
so-
I don't want them to blow up on me at low HP, and then while I'm at low HP, cause a double down.
They're already gone, so there's no real point, I guess. It would just be for shits and giggles at this point.
Well, and there are certain people you could have had with you. Like, if Reeve was a paladin instead of a redeemer, yeah, this would go differently.
Yeah, Reeves' alignment, by the way, as a redeemer, is neutral good. So while it would be the good thing to do to take out this person for what they did, however, the neutral part of him says that nothing good can come from it, and that only harm could come to us from trying.
Well, also, they do seem like they're an inch away from the push to redemption, so maybe them telling you the information can lead to a better person. That's the other hook I sort of gave you, was like, they're never doing this kind of work again.
And my character bought that with the roll that he rolled on perception. Whether it's true or not, you don't have to tell me. You shouldn't tell me in character because that's knowledge that I shouldn't know for sure.
Well, yeah, no, if you didn't roll that perception, you wouldn't have known. So, we're gonna let them go and you're gonna get correspondence, correct?
That's the plan, am I right?
Yep. Any objections?
No.
No.
Okay.
And they're saying that to the bar?
Yes, they're sending the correspondence to the bar.
And the bar is called...
It's Alvara's bar.
And the bar is called...
The Campfire.
The Campfire.
Thank you. I'm making notes.
Oh, I thought... This is a nice change of pace. So, Agatha reattaches the eye patch. Is like, God damn, that is annoying. Well, we got something out of it, but I'm not sure how much info we'll really have in the matter. For two reasons. One, if they turn into a liability, or if they negotiate their way out as liability, will that rune disappear? That is not certain. They could read the runes well enough to know it would explode, but I did not see if there were conditionals. Secondly, any information we needed was primarily about the lost leader of the Explorer's Oath faction. That's not happening. Third, this feels wrong. It is the best option, but it feels wrong. Sometimes being smart and going about things in a way I don't claim to be a hero. I don't claim to walk a noble line. But when I try to do the right thing and it goes wrong, I can't help but blame my past. Some people don't have to worry about those things, but I don't know if ignorance is truly bliss either. We should head back now. Wait for the letter at the campfire. Surely it won't take too long.
Oh, well, I'm used to doing things that end up horrible in the end, so I'm fine with this. Alright, I got to go paint some walls. See you guys.
Hey, Ringo, we should probably walk back together. This is a, many monster-infested area.
Why? Everything's dead.
Right, I meant the trek back to the city, because we're miles away from.
Well, of course. Well, even if I were to walk away right now, we'd be on the same path. Like, wait, how do you think it's going? We're going to wait a day and then leave?
I mean, we still have areas left to search.
For what? Everyone's gone. There's only like one area ahead of us right there. We can see it. There's nothing there. They're gone.
And the area we came from into this area. Like, despite the fact they're going to give us more information, let's see
I see a
I
barrel
was gonna say
full
the
of
two-
spears. Some
I was gonna say the two can
boxes,
argue. I'll explore a little. I'll look around.
a campfire. Ooh, a chest. I want to open the chest.
What would I be rolling for to look around
If you
since
guys
they're
want
both
to look
arguing?
around, roll perception. Ringo, it's thievery to open the
I
chest.
wanna,
It's
I
locked.
wanna see. I wish to see
Duh.
things.
Did I
Here's a
re-roll that?
perception. And here's a thievery.
Dear God.
Hey, that's a roll.
Ringo, the chest is empty aside from a book.
Book?
Alright,
What's
I'm
the
gonna-
book?
No title. It seems like a personal journal of some kind.
Well, it would be rude of me to read someone else's diary.
I mean, they're either dead or enslaved, right?
I'm not reading the slaves. That makes it worse.
Hey, Ringo, you're an archaeologist. All you do is poke into people's private matters.
Well, yeah, but there's a contact. Fine. I opened the book and my eyes
was
go
gonna
like
say, if he
SpongeBob when
won't,
he's
then
looking
the-
at the Flying Dutchman map.
So, fun fact, you make me a society check to comb through it, see if there's anything interesting in it.
Okay, I'll stop typing. Go, society! Hero point, society!
Are you not trained in society, or are you just rolling? No, you're just rolling bad. Honestly, it's one of those things where I literally just need you to not roll a 1. You notice that pages and ink are being added as you are looking at it.
Look, gang, I found Tom Riddle's journal.
More importantly, currently it is writing SOS.
Oh, wait, someone give me a pen.
You have a pen.
Oh yeah, I have a pen knife, and I just start right. Hello,
Who is this?
but they don't know who I am. Ringo,
Ringo who?
Robin, who's this?
At this moment in time, I feel it's better not to disclose.
Well, I mean, I've done my part. Like, they ain't gonna tell me stuff. What do you want me to do, Matt?
Well, I mean, they're not going to tell you their name.
Right, but like, the ball's in their court. Is what I'm saying.
Why don't you tell me a bit about yourself?
Why?
Curiosity.
You're the one that was screaming SOS. What do you need?
Well, Mostly to see if I can get you to talk.
What? Are you in trouble or not?
I am not in trouble, but people tend to respond to an SOS. But what I am is much more interesting.
Yeah, okay, this was clearly weird and magical. I'm going to give it to Reeve.
You can't hand it over to anyone.
What the hell do you mean?
I mean, it is soulbound to you.
Well, I'm just going to close the book and put it up then until we get to the university. I'm going to let a magic person look at it.
You could
You are a
ask
magic
them
person.
what they are.
Oh wait,
I don't want... No, this book ain't trustworthy. It won't even tell me a name. And it's lying about being in trouble.
They said what they are is more interesting, Kate. Come on.
I don't care what... I know what you want me to do about, but character-wise, it makes no sense to play ball with a creepy journal we found in an abandoned camp that won't reveal any information.
Before you close it, it says, I am speaking to you from a different time.
Well, this book is clearly Seth's then. There's no one else in this village that would have a magical time book.
Ringo, this is your pinnacle item.
What the fuck? What? Get off me! Get off me! And he's shaking it like it's a stuck piece of paper to his hand.
Well, no, it's not stuck to you, but if you were to, like, give it to someone else and they were to set it down, it'd end up back in your bag.
That it's someone from a different time. It turns out to be I'm a slow typer. Ringo's affinity item?
Pinnacle item.
Pinnacle item.
One
Okay,
of
so
them, anyways.
he responds past or future.
That is a good question. What is the age you are in called?
Now, what's the age called?
It's the age of apocalypse, like I was telling Bella earlier.
It's the age of apocalypse.
Oh. Is it as bad as it sounds?
Okay, it sounds like they're from the past then. It's pretty good, I'd say. I don't really have anything to compare it to.
I see. I am from a time that... How would I put this? It is my prediction that ages will be used to denote periods of time in the future. However, I am not from a time where I can tell you what age I am in.
Alright, well, they're from the past. Do you know anything about Ossyria?
You are speaking of my homeland.
Oh my god! How the hell do they know common?
This book...
They don't.
The fun fact
They don't
about
know
this
common.
book is I do not know what language that you will be speaking at the time. So it translates to the most common language of the era. It is a very unique magical item.
Okay. Well, if I think I am and have fun, but we should probably move along. So last question. Has anyone else written this book yet? Why was it here? Have you had correspondence with anyone else?
This book, if it is truly writing back to you, is an extension of my consciousness. I probably have passed by this time, and while I am speaking to you as I am in the moment of this book's conception, I am not actively writing. Essentially, you are talking to a magical reproduction of a person from a time long forgotten, I believe.
Oh, it is a Tom Riddle book. Okay.
Let's see. Reeve. Aside from that, there are actually pretty useful things in the camp where the slaves were being held. Mostly, there are a series of notes in a language that doesn't even look like it exists.
I will take the notes and safely tuck them away in my spacious pouch.
By the way, when I say believe, like, you know what wingdings is?
Yes, I'm familiar with
Mm.
wingdings.
Yeah, notes and wingdings.
Okay.
Because it reminds me of a time I tried to write something and have wingdings in it, and then I completely broke the file, so I had to revert it.
Zeros.
So you remember that, Matt? I tried to share that with you, actually.
Notes and wingdings. Changing font to wingdings.
And then, Tardy, do you want to look around at all? Because Amaryllis and her thing don't find anything.
I'll look around. I just realized I want to come up with my
Is there a
pinnacle
chance I
items.
could re-roll mine? Because
I will work with you on them, but like
Mhm.
I've had the idea of Ringo's pinnacle item, or one of
Yep.
them being a book of someone that is going to be important.
Yeah.
At a later time to be fascinating.
Mhm.
Oh my god, Google Docs doesn't have wingdings.
Good.
We'll just
Sorry
note
about
it
that.
down.
My
That's in
stepdad
wingdings
just
then.
asked me an important question, so I had to mute myself for a sec.
So yes, that Will, if you can roll perception for me, you can. But remember,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Frondy can roll perception too.
Yes.
Is there a chance I could re-roll mine, or is that just
You
a
have
no-go?
0 points.
I forget what Frondy's proficiency in perception would be.
Go ahead and redo
Yeah.
that.
There's a 20 on
I think
every
he's just
die.
trained.
Well, he has the same proficiency as you in most things, right?
Yeah, probably. Huh. Yeah, okay.
Marcel, in this camp over here, you find probably the most interesting thing amongst all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Intercepted information. Revolving around, how would I put this? If the people who knew this information was intercepted was found by you and they viewed you as a security risk, you'd be dead.
Mm.
It literally does say how it literally does how would I put it? It's still in the form of the letter, and it says intercepted intel from the Taldane Federation.
So would I be just kind of like skimming over these to see like what's on
Well,
this? Or...
it's still sealed. The real question is, do you feel comfortable opening the gate to your doom? Which it could be. Or do you want to hand it over to maybe someone like who has security clearance in the Taldane Federation?
What you doing there, Will?
I mean, it's like a part of her is kind of
that,
curious
what
what
do you
it
mean?
is, but also, I don't know. It's like she's curious, but she's not sure at the same time.
Well, so you want to know an answer on how you can get what you want either way? Graves still doesn't know how to read. He has security clearance, though.
God, you just know how to
my
read.
God.
That's embarrassing.
So you give it to. So you could give it to a couple of people. You could give it to Alvera. You can give it to Graves. You could give it to. I'm trying to decide if Ringo has enough security clearance. No, I don't think he does.
Probably not.
He has a high enough rank where he should be able to view it, but it's the cocaine. It's always the cocaine.
God damn it.
I've been off that for at least 6 days now.
Okay, but if someone offers you the spoilers to how Two Piece ends, you're going to give up the nuclear codes.
I don't want to know. It would just make me angry.
Why do you think it'll make you angry?
Guess,
It won't be disappointing.
So I guess Marcel just hold on to these, but she might actually like bring up the mention of them to Agatha because just everybody else is kind of like doing their thing.
Yep, we are moving back maps. Is this the right one?
So what information did Marcel find? Intercept information about what?
Intercepted information of top secret clearance from the Taldane Federation.
Haldane Federation. Okay.
So, Marcel,
keeps throwing
who
up
do you want to
for
give
now.
this information to?
I was gonna say you said between Graves and Alvaro. Was there anybody else on that list?
I don't think so.
Probably to Graves then.
Okay. So Graves is technically in the campfire, like he normally is. And you hand over the letter, he's like, what does it say?
So she kind of looks at it, and then to him it's like, well, I mean, I was relatively told that this would probably be bad to look at on my own, so I was informed to give it to somebody that could open it.
Alvera, I have something for you.
She just kind of pans over. It's like, what is it this time? She like walks over.
Apparently someone stole classified information to be sent to us.
She like holds out her hand to take the note and to read through it.
Okay, Alvera, I'm gonna tell you what it says, and then I'll let you decide whether or not you want to read it out loud in character.
Okay.
Bazinga, 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 bazinga.
2. The powers that be. I am writing in the defense of the current state of the Taldane Federation. We are at a crisis that I did not foresee, and for that I apologize. However, this crisis is getting to the point where it might be more of a headache than anything we've ever dealt with, both as a federation of nations and as a singular nation in and of itself. And that should amount for something. If it pleases the council, well, I am acting like this is going to the council. I really am speaking to the local members of the project who have the clearance to see this. You have 2 options if these rumors about the leader of your group get out of hand. Become an enemy of the Taldane Federation, or fix the problem permanently. This is an order from acting Taldane Federation Prime Minister Glinda Valorant.
You have a Prime Minister?
Yes.
Mr. Prime Minister?
You say Alvara's just kind of reading through it, and then she just kind of like folds it up without really saying anything. But she kind of just like gives Graves that look of like, yeah, we have an issue.
What do you mean we have issue?
So she kind of looks at Marcel and then back at him. It's like, what? Go to my back room real quick. And she like is walking around from the bar counter to head to the back room.
Graves holds his hands up and says, if this is bad news, Graves gets rather loud and mad when reacting to bad news. Do you really think wood walls are going to hold in Graves repeating everything you say? Marcel, only person here. Just repeat.
She just kind of like groans, like, roughly from what I'm getting at with this note is either with the Caldane Federation, we either become an enemy of them, or we fix whatever problem they're having with permanently. And however, the one thing with this is it includes Matt in this note talking about this.
What do they mean fix permanently?
I don't know, but considering the fact that they're referring to our leader in this, I have a feeling it's a bigger problem fixing permanently thing than it makes out to be.
Well, only two ways to fix problem permanently. Fix problem are, oh dear God, they're asking us to assassinate our leader.
That's relatively what I'm getting from this, yes.
The better question
Congratulations.
is,
On what? On making a hot
and he
dog?
looks at you, are you going to be able to do it this time?
Ask their question on making a hot dog?
I was gonna say she just kind of like is quiet for a minute, just like I don't really know.
Agatha walks in at that moment, is like, hey, Alvara, I drew the short straw. I have bad news for you.
She like looks over, it's like, considering what I just read, I don't know what could get worse.
She pulls out Seth's spellbook and is like, this is all we could find of him at his home village he was at.
And then literally like at that moment that she like locks eyes with the book, you could just tell that she like went pale. She's like stiff and has the look of like, oh, speak of the devil. Hello, Seth.
You gonna fucking smack about me
We
again?
found him! We found him, everybody!
Literally just as you came in, Seth, fucking Agatha just walked in to show Alvara that they found your book at the camp.
Oh, that's
You're just
actually really
walking-
funny.
You're just walking in to hear the reaction of this shit.
They finally got the cigarettes.
I literally, I was just resting in my bed and I was watching a quick video before I joined in here. I forgot that today was session or whatever. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
good.
was gonna say, after Alvara just like sees the book, she's just like stiff and like visibly looks like she went pale. Like she's just completely fucking silent.
Oh, she's in her emo era again.
Agatha looks at Alvara, looks at the letter that says classified, is like, they were asking us to kill Matt, aren't they?
Alvara just like slides the note aside and then it's just like immediately like leaving to the back room.
I mean, I
Without
think
a
the
word.
correct answer is we just tell him it's above our pay grade.
I mean,
We can't do that.
Most people here are just doing what? That's a good point. What do they expect us to do?
Yeah, what do you expect us to do against Matt?
Well, she turns around and is like, obviously not us, them, Graves and Alvara.
Oh, that's right. I was intercepted. Wait, this was an intercepted message. Who was it actually for?
Graves and Alvara.
What was it doing in Seth's camp?
Because it was intercepted by one of the forces in Seth's camp. Which means it was either intercepted by Aquaria or it was intercepted by whoever else was there.
And they left it, and Aquaria left it in the camp for the people it was meant to find it.
Theoretically speaking, if Aquaria were the one responsible for intercepting it, it would make more sense for her to destroy it if she knew what it held. Which there's a non-0% chance she did. You know, Marid magic has its benefits. I would hazard to guess that, based upon prior experience as a spy and spy master, that the person did not know what kind of message they intercepted.
So
Okay.
Marcel's just kind of looking between everybody. It's like, she's just like shuffling aside. It's like, I'm gonna go check on her.
Graves puts an arm on you. Is like, no, this is something I should probably do. Graves goes into the back room. Is like, okay, let's talk, Alvaro. Okay, look at me. You are in a far worse position than I am in at this moment. Yes, I am being told to kill my own best friend. But, you know, I feel uncomfortable with the subject of what you've lost. Or potentially lost.
You see how Verge just kind of like sitting there's like, I literally feel like I'm gonna be ill.
That is a normal reaction to what is going on. The only... Is there anything I can do to help? Or should I just... Well... No, I can't... Alvaro, you can either have me tend your bar while you take some time to lay down, or I'm calling, Gavilan to tend your bar. Gavilan has more experience than I do.
You see how Verge just kind of like, just has her face in her hands, like, just rubbing her face, like, at this point, just get whoever.
Yes.
But I don't know that I could really sit by myself with this information.
This is an odd message to come, for sure.
And then she, like, looks at us like, but then also getting at the exact same time that Seth is fucking missing? I feel like I literally think I'm gonna be sick.
Well... Do you want a hug?
What about me? I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say now Ver just looks at him, just like she immediately like stands up and approaches him to like just immediately grab onto him because she's just like she doesn't know what the hell to do right now and she's just in a panic.
I just imagine her sobbing into his chest. It's kind of funny.
Graves is currently going to act as your rock. Graves will just sit here.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
And let you take care of things. Graves also going to send quick message to Gavilan. And by send quick message to Gavilan, I'm going to have give Ringo the number and tell him to call Gavilan over. So Graves will be right back to continue this. Graves walks out from the back room. Is like, Ringo, call this number. Tell him Alvaro needs him to tend the bar. Do not ask for his name. Do not listen to his name. Just call the number. Get him over here. Do what you can. And he walks back into the other room.
Okay. How do I use this thing? Beep, 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 beep. Bree takes it and finishes it very quickly and hands it back. Hello. I don't want to talk to myself and do a bit, so we're skipping this. So, a minute or long enough for a teleportation spell to work passes in a flush. Gavilan is at the front door in his like imperial noble shit, and then he takes off his cool little China Emperor hat and robes, and beneath it is your stereotypical bar guy setup where he's wearing the suit with a little apron. And he's like, "You're lucky Alvara's my friend. I have a kingdom to run." And he just walks around the bar and starts mixing drinks. He looks like your stereotypical Japanese bartender from an anime.
Oh my god.
I love it.
You have your feathers slicked back and everything?
I do now.
Oh my god.
I just imagine him like just licking his hand and just combing it back. combing his feathers back.
He's still wearing the stupid little emperor shoes, though.
So as
Oh.
Gavilan comes in, a courier comes in and is like, "Hey, I've been looking for you all over the Momongi Expanse. I have something for your eyes only. Okay, multiple your eyes only. Here it is. Ah. Oh, I have no idea who sent this letter. Have fun."
Your Skyrim joke is unamusing.
Yeah, it's a Skyrim joke. Why would it be amusing?
Is it not a Skyrim joke? I've never heard that shit.
Yes. That's like line for line what the courier says to you when he finally finds you.
I've never heard that before, and I'm kind of curious now.
Like, my favorite is, a
Is
letter
there-
from the
remind me-
Jarl. You're moving up in the world, aren't you?
I was gonna say, remind me to look for that later.
My favorite moment in Skyrim ever was a guard was coming up to me to tell me to stop shouting, but I shouted him off the ledge and killed him. So I just got the menu saying what he was about to say, but there was no one there to say it. It did not break the game. I was able to respond to the corpse.
Oh my god. Anyway.
By the way, I did
My
not
food
get
just
a...
arrived. I'll be back in a
Yep.
sec.
Let's take our break now. But by the way, for the audience who might be curious, I did not end up getting a bounty for that kill. We'll be right back.
Men cooking is manly as fuck, Matt.
I agree, man. Cooking is manly as fuck.
It's making things with your hands. What's more manly?
Oh no, I'm not saying that's bad or anything. I just think that's like really weird to me because I'm so
How
used
dare
to...
you say Matt is lesser, Seth, because he cooks?
If he's not working at IHOP making pancakes or something in the kitchen, then sorry.
No, unfortunately, I'm committing culinary appropriation.
Also, before we get back to it, let me go take my allergy medicine real quick.
Oh, of course.
Oh wait,
In my
bag, not IHOP.
In my defense, the only reason I commit culinary appropriation is because I'm Swedish. Like, would you prefer me to eat horrible food or like other cultures' food better? Because one of those is insane, and the other one is the correct option.
Nobody cares about your Swedish ancestry, Matt, except for everyone because we're your friends and we value what you say.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, orange, or whatever.
Oh, I'm only making the joke because I don't care. If I cared, I would not even be talking about my.
Well, you say that, but you bring up your Norwegian ancestry quite a bit.
That is true.
No. I meant I make the joke about culinary appropriation because I don't care. I fucking love my heritage. The food is awful, but like Viking blood and not getting susceptible to the cold, like being able to walk out in 32 degrees for an hour before having to put on a jacket, it's not... Well, I do walk out with a long sleeve shirt on. I'm no longer at that age where I can just say, fuck the cold. But I still have, like, a high tolerance for it, so...
It's not really...
can burn easily in the sun.
That's not really biology, that's more just upbringing.
Yeah, that's not even really your fault. That's just sort of what you're born with.
Hey, Catman.
Yes, Fox.
I have a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups and Kit Kats for myself.
I don't... You can keep the Reese's. I'd rather have the Kit Kats.
That's because you are a cat.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I like peanut butter, but I just do not like it in my candy. Sorry.
You know, that's actually fair, because, like, here's the other way they get you with peanut butter and candy. It's a different kind of peanut butter.
Yeah, exactly my point. Exactly my point. It's even more artificial.
Yes, I was gonna say peanut butter is artificial. Anyways, whenever we're ready,
No, I'm good to go.
Okie dokie. Who received the letter from the courier, the Skyrim courier?
I mean, Gavelon's at the thing, so I mean...
Right, but...
No solicitors!
What?
No solicitors.
Yeah, he's not giving it to Gavelon. He's giving it to one of the people that she recognized, so... Who's it gonna be?
I don't know. I mean, Marcel's out there, Agatha's out there, Gavelon's there, I don't know who else is out there.
I'm asking one of you to volunteer to hold the letter.
I'm playing Gavelon right now, so I think Ringo's out.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but sure, if you want to go that way.
Oh, Ringo can pick it up.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite friend, Ringo.
Okie dokie, Ringo. You get the letter and open it, and it tells you a lot of what was going on in that whole place. Firstly, they would tell you that...
Oh, I don't read it.
Why not?
I'm busy with my own thing.
By asking to receive the letter, I meant to read it.
Oh! Well, who wants to read it?
Oh my god.
Hot potato,
Might as well give
potato.
Might as well give it to fucking Marcel, my god.
Well, I don't want to give it to myself.
Tardy gonna read it.
Tardy can't
Okay,
read it.
Tardy, here you go. You can have the letter.
My Discord crash.
I mean, that and Agatha's there. Just give it to Agatha.
Fine, I will read it.
What I missed? My Discord crashed.
Well,
not
I'm
allowed
going
to
to
just
tell
print
you
it
what
again.
it says, and then you can paraphrase it if you want.
Okay.
So the letter says, it's, by the way, it's like a 3-page letter. It's like multiple stamps kind of thing. It says, that about 3 days before she got the job, that village went from a basically deficit of all resources to an overabundance of all resources. She was a bandit who was hired by a mercenary group that she does not feel safe disclosing at this current time. However, given their proximity to your proximity and your group not being the ones responsible, you can take a guess who it is.
It's too fast to type.
She then goes on to say the mercenary group worked in league with a group of necromancers led by a kitsune. And her right hand, St. Vincent Rockford. She then goes on to say that this group teamed up with Aquaria because they had one thing that they wanted apiece. The mercenary group wanted the treasure that lied in the place. The necromancers had an eye on someone who was there and the grain that they had received. And Aquaria had some personal matters to attend to in the village. Aquaria took away her personal matters. The cult took the person they had an eye on after a fight, and more importantly, took enough grain to feed the world for a year. Stored in very, very elaborate storage containers. And finally, the organization she did not feel comfortable naming took everything that wasn't nailed down or locked to the camp. And that is how everything happened. Her last job was to be the last one to look after the slave transfer that happened right before you got there. She gives you a P.O. box in TN for you to write back a correspondence to.
By the way, I want you guys to know that I'm doodling while listening to everything.
That's fine. So,
How do you spell TN?
TIAN.
TIAN, okay.
Or TIEN, actually. You could spell it either way.
Well, I first read it with the E.
Yeah. So, how is Ringo gonna tell everyone this?
He eats the letter.
No, seriously.
Hey, oh shit, hold on. So sorry, my mic disconnected for a second. Hey guys, that promised letter from the bandit came.
I guess this says, and what did it say?
Well, it basically says that before they started the job, somehow the Catfolk village went from destitute to abundant. Very odd. Aquarius showed up to this group of bandits that they were in. They all see something that each one of the bandits wanted. They did shenanigans, and the last job was to look after the last of the slaves right before we got there. But she did give us a P.O. box in Tien if they wish to correspond. If we wish to correspond.
Do you mind if I see the letter to see if there's anything else to note?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't search for lemon juice. Sure, here you go.
Well, first of all, and she just flips over the eye patch. Invisible ink is one thing, but okay. So
I mean, he skimmed over the part of the necromancers involved.
First of all, there's just some things you missed. These bandits were hired by a group that they don't want to name, a mercenary group. Yeah, it's the Aspis Consortium. It doesn't say that on here, but that's the best guess. There's also a necromantic cult. We knew that. That their leader is Saint. No, what? Okay, that's actually very valuable. Holy shit.
Who was it?
Their leader is a Kitsune, and Saint Rockfur is a right hand. Do you know how big of an information that was?
No, who's Saint Rockford?
Saint Rockfur is the guy we thought was leading the cult dedicated to the necromancy that attacked us a while back. He's a...
They're related!
Yes. We had an idea they were related based upon searching the camp and finding the log.
There are two Saint Rockfords. They're also necromancers in Gamelot yells. They're the same person, dumbass!
Yes. But that's the right-hand man. But he's acting like the leader, and I think his subordinates believe he's the leader, too. Which means this got a heck of a lot more complicated. It also means... Oh. Oh, well, that's fun. Kitsune... hey, Gavilan, I'm not an expert, but don't Kitsune have some shape-shifting ability?
Yeah.
It'd be... So, yeah... That...
Alvera's cups are filthy.
So I just realized something. I don't know if I can trust any of you, and you don't know if you can trust any of each other based upon this information.
Why is that, says Ringo?
Because a Kitsune can shapeshift into any of us, and if they are a powerful enough magic user, they can mimic our voice and appearance perfectly with other means.
Can they do this for a long period of time?
The only time that we'd be able to know for sure none of us are infested with this is to literally spend 24 hours awake in each other's presence.
So Matt might secretly be a cat.
Well then, let's lock the doors.
Maybe not doing it here, because I have... we are either in the middle of something I don't want to see because it's going to be very sad and it'll make me cry and I'm an ugly crier, or something I don't want to be around because I'll die in a fire.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Like, what are you referring to?
While I haven't fully scoped out the area, it may yet be rigged to explode.
Gavilan does not like hearing that.
No, Gavilan, what I mean is Alvera is either crying her eyes out in the next room or about to set this whole place on fire out of spite for the world.
Oh, yes. Fuck. I have to do both of those.
Yup. That's sort of why I don't want to lock the doors. Because this place is already a fire hazard. No need to break fire laws.
Well, I guess. Well, I'm afraid all of my property is on a continent, so I can't help you there. Isn't there a dorm?
Become a bonfire.
Isn't there a dorm at the university you could stay at?
I mean, there is a quicker solution to all of this, but we're gonna have to get punched by someone.
Well, don't look at me.
Oh, so we aren't punching someone else this time.
I might kill you.
No. Actually, by the way, we need to find the right person to do this job. So it's probably quicker to spend 24 hours up with each other. But That depends. How much do you trust, well, there are two people I can think of that probably have the ability to do this. How much do you trust the teachers at the academy?
Who's you asking?
Everyone here.
I was a teacher for like a day.
Okay, ignore him when he says he was a teacher for a day. How much do you trust the normal staff at the academy?
Well, there is one of my coworkers who is a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but he seems okay. There's obviously the leader. I see no reason not to trust him. He's incredibly powerful.
Okay.
I think the music teacher once walked up to the podium of his classroom, said something along the lines of "Be gay, do fires," and left.
Be gay, do crime.
Be gay, do crime.
Okay, yeah, no, that...
I say "do fires" because he particularly was talking about burning things down that day.
Yeah,
Let's not say fires in the bar, please.
Yeah, and considering, yeah, I don't trust them well enough to spell strike every single one of us. Yeah, let's not do that.
So then where should we go?
Probably the containment room in the base you run.
I'm not sure if that's wise. If they are one of us, then they would already have been to our base several times, and they might, have keys and the like.
You notice how I'm not saying we need to make sure everyone in the village isn't one of them, but particularly every one of us. Right.
I am going to be right back.
But you do know what the common link between all of us is, right?
But why'd you bring up the punching thing?
Well, because
we are all here because we have a job from the same employer.
Yeah. Well, we all went to that village, and we all slept near that village.
Uh-huh. Well, I know it's not me, because I can summon and desummon Beerby at will.
How do we know Beerby's not also disguised and it's not some, like, dragon lich or something? Look,
because I can unsummon Beerby at will.
To be fair,
you didn't think about that, did you? I didn't think about the gameplay mechanics intrinsic to my character.
So, well, actually, to be fair, there are summoners who have undead eidolons, so still works.
Yeah.
He's a transforming pink dragon.
I mean, yeah, there's one of them right there. Points to Amaryllis.
No,
Marcel just kind of like
actual undead, not
actual undead. I know.
So look,
I know.
We're going to lock ourselves in the prison at the Ice Peace Project base for 24 hours. Or I will make sure to send Glinda that you cannot be trusted, and we'll get a similar note to tell them to take you out. Your choice.
I say Marcel kind of like is just kind of thinking, and it's just kind of like starts to talk out loud. It's like, I mean, with this whole group with the right-hand man situation, if he's a right-hand man and the, well, I guess supposed leader that's with it, wouldn't they technically have to be, I mean, technically who's a higher up within a group like that? Well, what's their role with that?
That is a great question. Now, we are going to ask these questions and follow them up after we lock ourselves in the prisons on the base. Okay, everyone follow me.
Marcel's just like, are we just leaving the other two?
Gavilan, Grave... No, okay. To be clear, all of us slept in enemy territory, and there could be their leader is a shapeshifter in some sense of the way. We just need to make sure they're not amongst us. And that form, if used by magic, will probably only last 24 hours. So when I mean stay up together for 24 hours, I mean none of us are sleeping for the next 24 hours. So the quicker we get to this, the quicker we get to sleep.
All right, let's raid the bar for coffee then.
Oh, no coffee either.
That's good. Gavilan would probably murder me.
So, yes. Now it's... By the way, the affinity mission is over. You've earned your affinity, but this is plot stuff now, because, yeah, plot.
So are you saying, Matt, that the spy could be among us?
No, what I'm saying is, it could be you, it could be you, it could even be me! And then my head gets blown off.
It could be any one of us.
I'm making a TF2 reference. I have class.
I am too, but you said it wrong.
Yeah,
He said it could be any one of us. It could be you. It could even be me, and then he dies.
Yeah, I got the important part right, okay? So now you guys are all in prison, and Agatha goes up to Marcel, is like, hey, Marcel.
Yeah?
We're in prison, Marcel.
She's just kind of like looking around, most like, yeah.
Don't drop the soap.
Very sus
And
behavior
Marcel
there,
just like
Agatha.
looks at you in like a very confused manner. It's like, what?
Sorry, that's an old Spirit World inside joke for when you get
Or
caught.
do.
That's very sus of his character to say.
Well, it's... So, okay, we need to do stuff to pass the time. Anyone want to play rock, paper, scissors, fist?
I saw Marcel vent.
I was gonna say Marcel could play her lute, but I don't know if that'd be a good idea. It'd probably put people to sleep.
Anyone?
Well, I am furiously writing in my diary and taking notes and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna cheat the fuck out of this academic paper."
So, anyone want to... Okay, anyone want to play rock, paper, scissors, fist?
If Marcel like raises her hand,
Yes, Marcel.
I could.
Do you know what rock, paper, scissors, fist is? It's like rock, paper, scissors, but the loser gets punched.
I mean, all right. She just kind of like puts her lute aside. It's like I'll still do it.
Oh, 1 second. She flips up her eye patch. Okay. What are you choosing? For your what are you choosing for your option, Silver?
Well, no. The funnier fact is, with an old friend, we would actually play rock paper scissors through just sending whatever we chose as a message.
Oh,
and
yeah.
half the time it was either a tie or I won half of them.
Oh yeah, no. There's a reason I'm asking you to say it, because like this is not going to be like when we played rock paper scissors with Pharasma. Agatha is definitely going to cheat.
He literally took off her Kakashi mask.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go scissors.
Okay.
What the hell?
She, midway through the throw, changes it from paper to rock.
Then Marcel just like looks at her. It's like, well,
Well, Mom, it hurts me to do this, but I do have a plan, so trust me. And she just winds back, swings forward, narrowly doesn't hit your head, and then I need you to make me a will save.
oh god. Okay. So, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually added a subtle hidden bullet scar on her head.
I did notice it. Marcel, you are unconscious from fatigue.
Well,
Okay, who's next?
Oh, this isn't boding well.
Here's the deal. If we get fatigued, the spell will fail. So,
Why couldn't we bring coffee again?
because because the whole reason to stay up for 24 hours is to make you fatigued, not because your magic will fail after 24 hours. The fatigue will poof you back to normal.
Oh, I thought it was stuff that could only maintain the magic for 24 hours.
Nope. I did lie to you about the purpose of it, but that's because I think I have an idea of which one of us is the one who is a little suspicious.
Surely it couldn't be the only one of us isn't a player character.
You'd be surprised. Okay, Ringo. Rock, paper, scissors, punch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm busy with my journal.
Rock, paper, scissors, punch is non-negotiable.
He's ignoring you.
She takes
Do
your
I also have to
journal.
participate in this?
Yes. She takes your journal. I said it's not negotiable.
Well, that's just rude.
Hey, I can't take it away from you permanently. Just play the game, and if you win, I'll fall unconscious.
Hey, that's a good point. You can't take that away from me. It's bound to me.
Well, I can take it away from you temporarily, but it'll find its way back to you if I set it down.
Oh, then I'll just wait.
So, just to be clear, you are refusing... Okay.
Fine. So how does this work? This rock, paper, scissors, thing.
You tell me what you choose, then roll a perception check after I roll the thievery.
What are my options?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, what about the punch?
Loser gets a punch.
Oh, okay. So it's my perception check. Okay, I'll throw rock. Rock always wins.
So,
Here's my perception.
No, you roll your perception after I set your DC.
Oh, how do you set my DC? Oh,
22.
I thought it was 16.
Nope, it's the eye thing, remember?
No, I don't. But here's my perception. Hero point.
And she's like, okay, Ringo, throw a punch.
Nah, that's not a good idea. I got gripply hands.
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out what's going on here very quickly. Unfortunately, I'm having to pull out all the stops. So, Ringo, please continue this game once I'm gone.
He throws a punch, but it's like a weak aristocratic.
Oh, you don't even manage to land it. She just falls unconscious from the shock.
That's... He looks at his hands.
Has anyone inspected the bars on the door of the cage yet?
We're in a cage?
Yes, you're in a prison cell.
No, I haven't inspected the bars.
You want to roll a perception check on the bars?
Sure, a perception check on the bars.
Well, you go out to touch them, and when you reach a space in between them, it shocks you.
Yellow gamers.
Ouchie.
All right.
And then...
So I heard that Ringo threw the punch.
Yeah. And then, finally, it says... In the air, written in chains, as the rest of the wall that is made up of the bars becomes just chain after chain linking together. Here's what's going to happen. You play rock, paper, scissors, punch with each other until either all of us are unconscious, which by the end of it, all of us will have gone unconscious, or the traitor reveals themselves.
Well, dang, how does that work? Because they ain't using thievery.
Oh no! For the rest of these, now that Agatha's out of the way, because Agatha's gonna cheat, you're gonna send me what you choose, and I'm gonna tell you who amongst the two of you wins.
Oh, okay. In that case, I pick up my book and I say, "All right, how about it? I'll be last."
No, you have to choose your next challenger, Ringo.
Drat, Marcel, come here.
Marcel's unconscious already.
Drat, Marcellus, come here.
Is that me?
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
So,
Amarella.
Delbert, Keith, send me your choice of rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Oh, wait, I have to send you your like in DMs.
In like DMs, yes.
Okay. Dunk. There.
Okay. The moth child falls unconscious.
No, I've been smacked.
Do I choose again?
Yes, you choose again.
Tarty, do you know how this game works?
Does Tardy...
I mean, Tardy's likely just watched what happened.
What?
That's actually a good point. If Tardy's a spy, that brings up very bad implications.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, for the sake of this particular moment, Tardy does not know how it works, but the Eidolon knows how it works.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Frondy's gonna do what?
Frondy is going... You are going to tell me your choice of rock, paper, and scissors, and Frondy will throw.
So...
Just send me rock, paper, scissors. One of rock, paper, or scissors.
He is going to pick rock because the other two are heretical.
You're supposed to send it to me in DMs, but tie.
Okay,
Oh.
let me quickly change my response.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay,
All right,
new round.
Round 2.
Oh, I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
We're doing rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, punch, and shenanigans are ensuing. Trying to weed out the traitor.
What are you waiting on?
Will to send me rock, paper, or scissors?
Okay, yep, sorry. Okay, DMs. The caps is on for some reason.
Okay, tie.
Round 3. Here we go.
Okay, tie.
Round 4. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Okay, tie. One of you needs to change your answer.
Round 5. Here we go.
Maybe that's what the shapeshifter wants. They want to go on
Tardy
forever.
whispers in Frondy's ear. That's how Tardy would have spelled it.
Okay, Ringo wins.
All right. I guess only Reeve is left.
Time to punch the tree, Ringo.
Oh,
Oh,
the
shit,
ghost
yeah,
went away because I'm unconscious. Right? My
Yes,
ghost went
that's how
away
that
'cause I'm
works.
Yes,
unconscious
that
right
is how it
there.
works. Well, normally it would be, but this is a weird level of unconscious, so no, they're still here.
All right.
Oh.
All right, Reeves. You ready? Hello.
How long
I'm going to
has
assume
Yuki?
he's AFK. So what do we
I was gonna
What?
say, how long has Yuki been here since last? Because
No,
we might have to
Yuki
catch
said
him
he
up
was
on something.
back. Lewis, we're playing rock, paper, scissors. I do have something more planned. I just need you to send me your choice of rock, paper, or scissors in DMs whenever you're available to do so.
Hello?
Yes, child.
No, I think...
Who am I playing it with exactly?
Ringo. Or, so Keat. And Keat just keeps sending me gifts. I know what they mean. Like, the answer he gave me is legal. I just need you to tell me your answer. Okay, Ty.
Is it really, though?
Again.
Did you read what I said?
You both chose... Okay, Reeve throws rock at his hand directly.
Yes. He takes it literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I say ow to that.
Okay, roll again. Round 2. It hurts.
I'm worried. I'm really worried what happens if he uses scissors.
Well, he is wearing gauntlets, so use your
You're gonna
imagination.
get a paper cut.
No. He becomes Jewish.
What?
If
I don't
you
even
know-
understand that, but what?
God, no. But I'm an amphibian. How does that even work?
I don't even understand it, but what?
So to quote DJ Peach Cobbler, my favorite YouTube historian, will cut off my dick skin and call me a Jew.
What?
That is a quote.
We're talking about the foreskin. And number 3 is about masturbation. Anyway, so yeah.
I sent you mine.
Well, you get slapped with a piece of paper and Reeve wins.
No.
Yeah, since this is rock, paper, scissors, fist, Reeve backhands you with his hand still in the former paper.
I find it funny that I went to the very last person and only ever chose wrong.
So he was sending Bella. He was sending me gifts of Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Not a high damage roll, but
So in
yeah,
other words, Keith's been sending you your
dad.
Matt, your father. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say your dad is the Rock.
So
No.
Reeve, as he falls into that weird state of unconsciousness, you hear. Such sweet, sweet time to finish my business here.
Where did that voice come from?
It's from beyond the cells. We've been had.
And appearing in front of you in a cloud of cards, I don't even know if you guys remember this name, is Trap Trick.
A trick?
Trap Trick.
I remember that sick bastard.
Wait, this person appeared in front of me,
Yes.
in my square, saying evil shit, unannounced.
I remember that sick
Yes.
bastard.
Not a good idea. He picked the wrong person to appear in the square of.
Fair enough, you can roll. You
gonna
drop
say-
your scythe.
I was gonna say the moment you said that name, Matt, my mouth like opened in a gasp. Like the second you said it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a name I actually remember.
Oh, come now, Reeve.
He looks at this person who's like, shit.
Do not worry, I'm not here for you. I am here to take out 2 targets. Feels so rough getting my hands dirty. with blood after so many years of getting them dirty with gold.
That's unfortunate. Shame that I can't do anything about that. Oh well.
Well, and he pulls out a gun and points it directly at Marcel's head. Second time's the... fuck, again? And he flashes out, and the everything about the cages just goes back to normal.
He had to take a shit.
And a card drops to the floor that says, "Sorry for the interruption. Next time will be the end, I assure you. Signed, Trap Trick." And all of you are conscious again.
Well, given that me rolling basically a 10 to hit, I think that's a 10 to hit. Let me double check.
Would I be able to roll to notice that card, or is that card gone already?
No, that card is a permanent fixture. So Zeros.
I rolled like a 7 to hit, and it's a crit fail. I don't even think I could connect to this guy on a 20.
Yeah, probably not. Like, Agatha wakes up, pulls down the eye patch, and is like, fuck that guy in particular.
So who was the imposter?
There was no imposter. That's not what I was saying.
I got knocked out by a paper for nothing?
No. Wait, do you think I was in control of the knockout?
I don't even know what happened.
Trap Trick was here, I'm pretty sure. I
was gonna say, and even in Marcel hearing that name, you could immediately see a flash of like
PTSD.
Absolute like PTSD. Yeah, PTSD look on her face.
Your next line is, "I have PTSD." To you.
Who's Trap Trick?
Yeah, the woman who shot Marcel in the head.
That was a woman?
No, the guy who shot Marcel in the head.
Whoa, that's... Marcel was shot in the fucking face?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Well, no, that's how she got amnesia.
Oh.
What?
So we're New Vegasing it?
Yes, technically that is what's happening, except she was only shot once, not twice, like in New Vegas.
That's not what's happening, because he didn't get shot twice, and he didn't get amnesia.
He did get shot twice, and you're right, he didn't get amnesia.
He got shot once.
Clearly, fighting this person is above my pay grade currently. But I think that because I tried, you weren't shot again. Hooray, I guess.
Way to go, Reeve!
Marcel just doesn't even know what to say other than just, she's just like scooting to just kind of like huddle in the corner because she's just like, oh dear God, not this again.
So,
not again?
Pray to the teleport says, like, is he here? Or did I miss him? Did he flee? He fled. Ah, fuck. Hey! Hey, guys.
Who's that?
The Praedith.
Oh, hi, Praedith. Can you unlock the door?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it.
Why are you guys in a cell in the first place?
Also, how do you spell your name?
Pradith.
I was gonna say Marcel kind of like looks over and says like, and she's like trying to knock herself out of the flash, the PTSD flash she's having. She looks at us like, we came in here for a while because we're having a situation of a rather dangerous kitsune problem with a cult.
Agatha looks at all of you. It's like, what? No, I lied about that part. But obviously, none of us are the kitsune. I would have seen that.
But wait, then who was with us?
I felt someone who. Okay, there are two kinds of people my eyes can't detect: divine servants and other members of the spirit world.
So you couldn't detect it.
No, I could detect a kitsune disguising themselves. I can't detect a messenger of God hiding themselves and other members of my organization, former or current.
I thought Agatha was the one with the
Agatha is talking.
I thought this was Praetor.
No. Okay. That is my fault, but no, this is Agatha talking. Agatha is saying this. So Agatha continues. So I wanted us to get into a small space. I contacted Pradith. Unfortunately, I had to. And that way he could come in. We could get Trap Trick to flee, but I also needed to make sure he knew a place where he could easily corner him, hoping he could get the bastard before he just got wise and fled. Any questions?
Who did they turn out to be?
Based upon, well, actually, I don't know who amongst the organization it was.
Who's missing?
What? No, oh, Ringo, there was no imposter.
What? But then where did they come from?
Invisibility is a spell, Ringo.
Your eye can't see invisibility, but can see a kitsune?
Yeah, look, to be fair, I can go into a great amount of depth into a spirit world training and how our invisibility spell is enhanced by some things if we even have it. But I'm sort of out of my depth again, because, like, I've been on so many... I've lost a lot of my abilities. This is just...
Then why did you suspect that there was someone here?
Because... Okay, I can usually see everyone as who they are. Someone I can't detect, I can still see, it's just a cloud of mist.
Okay, why didn't you just attack him?
Because...
Okay, I didn't think of that.
No, because I'm currently on your level. And Reeve, how did you feel after attacking him? Essentially, I would.
Hit or miss. I guess they'd never miss, huh? Yeah, I wish.
So. Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. That was. What was I doing? Oh yeah, sorry. That's right. Hopeless.
Yes. So, you see, most members of the spirit world are well above my pay grade nowadays. To be fair, getting shot in the liver with an arrow can do that to you. Apparently. Or maybe it was the fact that the only liver they had to replace it was a Lenorm liver, and the poison. Yeah, it's a long story. Me being in this situation is an odd one, but yeah, we're done here. Well, and she unlocks the door with the key she had in her pocket. We're good to go.
Marcel's still just having her moment.
I'll stay with Marcel for a bit.
Silver character not getting emotional, not saying anything, challenge impossible.
Okie dokie. And that concludes pretty much the entirety of the events that I have planned for Agatha's Affinity Mission. I lied to you when I said the Affinity Mission was over now. Congratulations!
Hooray! Trap tricks. Why does that sound familiar?
Probably because the original inspiration for this character is a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype.
That's right! I do! I know absolutely nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Except there's a card thingy called Trap Tricks.
Yeah, they're set of monsters around traps.
I don't get them.
Yeah, you see, this is apparently the safe for work version that you like the archetype has an entire theme. It's actually a great theme, and it's the only time that I will endorse them using small children as
I was literally
anime
about
cards.
to say, I only know the meme of the
because-
lolly trap tricks.
Yes, the trap tricks have their whole gimmick being they're lollies that bait pedos and fucking kill them.
So, have any of you
Yes,
played...
that's why they're a winning archetype.
Have any of you guys played a Kingdom Hearts game involving the little chains that keep you inside of an area until you finish what you're doing? Like 360 or 358 over 2 days, or however that's pronounced.
No, I never played
have
that
not
spin-off.
played it, but I'm familiar with it.
And have any of you familiar with the concept of how would I put this? Games where you risk your life and there is no prize. Just you don't die.
Idle games.
Death games more like. So Trap Trick's specialty is getting
Oh my
people
God, wait.
locked in a room where they can't leave until they do something that is likely more detrimental to do than to just wait until it's over.
That's a very specific thing.
I mean, it is a very specific thing, but a lot of spirits in the spirit world, past and future, are very specific Potestas users.
Right. Okay.
That, by the way, Potestas user. That should give you an idea of why it missed arrows. Yeah, well above your pay grade is correct. And this is the demon.
So that was about to be a 9-person, 9 lives, 9 doors situation.
I'm gonna take a little potty break.
I just realized that it... Oh, god damn it. That is a Kingdom Hearts reference, isn't it?
No. It's a reference to an obscure visual novel. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, what were you gonna say, Matt?
I was explaining what Trap Trick does and why his name is Trap Trick, because you're trapped until you find the trick to getting your way out, and the trick to getting your way out is, like, not fun.
I mean, were you gonna say something?
Better than that.
Were you gonna say something along the lines that he was like
bear.
Marcel's demons or some
Oh
shit?
fuck! I finally got the reference. Good one, hero point.
Actually, above board, that was re-referencing a different, similar thing in Danganronpa, which is not the same.
But
because neither of them are of this universe, he's just conflating them.
So wait, was the first one not a Danganronpa reference?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, weren't you gonna say that Trap Trick was like Marcel's demons or some shit? Wasn't that what you were
that
gonna
is
say?
the demon Marcel is going to slay by the end of this adventure. That's why he's in this affinity mission, because Agatha's, once again, surrogate mother's girl. By the way, the part of her having a Lenorm liver is a true thing. That Lenorm's livers are a perfect substitute for any human's liver. So yeah. Any questions? Because now it's on to... Well, what do you guys want to do for the rest of session?
Well, I
can my mom girl teach
I
them
think I have some
sign
solid
language?
ideas for my pinnacle items now. All
Can
three
that
of
be
them.
something that happens?
I mean, yeah, you can teach sign language.
Yay!
It's already? Yay!
Well, Dan,
can I learn it too?
Yeah, whoever wants to learn.
So yeah, I was gonna say, how's the whole thing with Gavilan doing that he's working away with
The bar has never been less packed. But how is Alvura holding up? Let's take the microscope away from this. Go back to the bar for a second. How's Alvura doing?
I'm gonna grab food.
I mean, she's not doing terrible now. She's
I'm
still
back.
kind of just like, ugh, but she's better.
She's listening to Evanescence right now.
I'm
Shut
gonna get a
up!
cow tail.
How can you see into
Shut
my eyes?
God,
I really love these things. When my dad would buy tractor parts, they'd always come with a cow tail inside.
Yeah, no. Alvara's not doing too bad now. She's still kind of down, but
Okay, but how many bottles has she had?
I mean, considering the fact that Graves is just there, she actually hasn't touched any.
Oh, good. Alcoholics Anonymous enforcers doing his thing. You see, Cade and Kalian worshippers don't care if you're an alcoholic. Graves does.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of just one of those things that if she's by herself, yeah, that's probably what she'll resort to, but considering the fact that this is kind of information that she would probably go, like, blackout drunk on, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
So Graves is like, hey, Alvara, you're doing better. You want some, pulls out his flask. You want some whiskey? And he hands you the flask.
She kind of looks at it for a moment and just kind of, like, shakes her head. It's like, nah, it's okay.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Hey, this is an appropriate time for a little drink.
She just kind of like just shrugs a little. It's like, I'm at least just trying to remain sober through most of this.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Evanescence?
It's
Reeve having
tempting,
heard
but-
Reeve having
Oh
heard
my
the music proceeds to whip out his kazoo.
No,
Yes! Bring me to life, bring me to life.
He will take the 4. He will take the 4 on that performance check and proceed to play the kazoo. There you go, Matt.
You found me a kazoo version of that?
Yes, one that wasn't just somebody outright memeing, but still, yes, it's still a kazoo version. From somebody who was untrained with a base -2 on
Hey.
performance.
Hey, Gamelon.
Oh,
There you go.
Yes, I'm serving the bar, by the way, and for the first time, it's packed.
No, it's not packed, because
Aw.
people heard Alvara crying, and they know there's only 2 ways that ends.
I was gonna have a running theme that the longer I'm here, the more successful it is, until there's like, those lights in the sky and lines outside.
oh my god. But either way, Alvara's
yes?
like, well, no, I'd just rather stay sober.
So Graves is like, so part of the reason I'm handing this over to you is while Reeves is playing. I'm gonna let you talk to Alvara. You the person you want to be your spy master. Well, they're in this down moment, and and I'm going to pull up the lyrics, and I'm going to do my best to sing over this kazoo cover of "Bring Me to Life."
Okay,
I love
I'll
it.
try and cheer up my friend. I'm not sure if they're my spy master, but I'll try and cheer up my friend while listening to a kazoo Kingdom Hearts song.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's not a Kingdom Hearts song.
Hello, Alvara.
Hi.
How are we feeling?
Still not the best, but better than earlier.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Why don't you sit down and we talk? During my eons upon eons in the fathoms of death, I learned and talked to many different shrinks.
You hear a voice from the heavens saying, "Yes, all of those shrinks were necessary, and we mourn their loss to this day."
I learned a lot of stuff up there. Most of it I don't get to use though for gameplay reasons. Anyway, sit down.
And, I mean, Alvara has been sitting, but also she's kind of sitting there.
No,
and then she like
you
holds
can
her hand.
use
She holds her hand out towards Graves, like, on second thought.
You can use that knowledge. You have bardic lore.
So, what's the problem? This girl.
I'm gonna turn down my end so I'm not louder than you.
You say, yes, shut up. Albert just kind of, Matt, shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, Albert just kind of like, Albert just like looks at Gavel. It's like, well, I mean, read a note I was dreading to get, but also hearing that Seth is missing. That
Seth
means
is
a lot.
missing.
Yeah, one of the people of the group brought in his book. So that's all they could find.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's fine. This is Seth we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's okay, but just I hate to think about it that way.
Yes, I understand. We can have trouble facing the unknown when we are as powerful as we are. We're used to being in control. But what you need to remember is that most of the time we aren't. Seth is fine. How could they not be? You'd know, somehow. Or we could just ask for Erasmus! Is he dead?
Pharasma says down to you, you do realize that while I am the right person to ask, I'm not a fan of hers, so I might lie just to hurt her.
Yeah, but is they dead?
I will not answer that question.
Well, you know, they didn't answer, so they did.
I never said that.
No, you're already gone. They did. Pharasma keeps a record of every dead person, but you know, she's not that good on the whole living aspect. That's sort of before her, and she's busy enough as it is. Well, so chances are they're still chances are they're still alive.
Well, they could also be an undead, a mindless undead.
Elver just kind of groans.
Too, but
like,
really, when do we ever fight necromancers?
Elver just kind of groans, like, at this point, I'd rather just assume he's okay and will be okay, because, I mean...
Exactly!
Kind of had plans going on.
Now, what's this note you were talking about?
You better do some baby making.
Bella, shut up!
The fact that you reacted like that means it's true.
It is true, but shut up, Bella.
You're literally asking for more siblings. I don't want to hear it.
We're already past that
No!
But, Elver just kind of, like, looks at him after asking about the notes, like, Graves? She, like, looks at him.
Glinda wants us to assassinate Matt.
Why?
Are you aware of what's going on in the Megambia at the moment?
I'm more busy in, my own continent.
Cool, because the entire Inner Sea region won't shut up about these rumors. And okay, so Gavilan, as someone whose entire rule on your end is set around a cult of personality, because you're a lovable guy, right?
He's doing the thing where he rubs an apple on his shirt. I get by.
So, when your entire civilization is held together by a cult of personality around a great leader, and then that great leader doesn't seem so great in the public anymore, what do you think that does to a nation?
Can't relate, but I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, the thing is that the Matt students either need to bail him out of this jam before it gets too late, or he'll start to become a destabilizing agent at a time where that's sort of not okay. So Glinda's telling us we can either help these kids do better, get better, and finish this, or we can kill our leader, and Gavilan, I hate to say this, but that means you will have to be in charge and call the shots.
Well, I'm wearing an ace now, I'm kind of used to that. But more important than that, what are you worried about? All we need to do is help some know-nothing kids at a school get good grades, do whatever they gotta do. Like, we're big, powerful guys. Do you think we're actually gonna have to kill Matt?
Do you think we can actually kill Matt? That's the actual problem here.
Let's see, there's you, me, graves. We'd have the element of surprise. I have armies. I don't know where the other ones would stand, but we could probably persuade at least one of them. Yeah, I think we'd have a good chance of killing Matt.
None of us know where he is the other problem.
But, or we can just tell her she's dead. We can just tell her he's dead by time. But
no, Glinda would know where he is, but we don't.
Then we'd ask Glenda. But more importantly, if it came down to it and we had to choose between Matt and the Taldor Federation, we all know we choose Matt.
Did you just say we'd all choose treason?
Well, it's not treason for me.
Yeah, no, I would also choose treason. I'm just surprised to hear you say that is all.
Again, it's not treason for me. And I don't even think Alvera is a part of the Taldor Federations.
Matt is the Taldan region. The region
I know, but is Alvera a part of like
his head is up her ass every Saturday night.
Where Alvera's bar is, Nantumbu, is part of Taldor, so yes. That's a more recent thing. Remember the whole wedding arc?
No.
Well, yeah, that happened.
Well, look, we all know we choose treason. Anyway, not important. There's nothing to worry about, Alvera. If you're really that worried, then instead you should funnel that energy into something progressive, like helping these kids with their schooling and all that.
Actually,
so that we
they
don't
have to
do
disprove rumors that I have had trouble disproving.
Well, you're no disrespect.
What
Graves,
are those rumors
but
exactly?
You're Graves.
You're not the most well, okay, fine, Gawain. Go out into the town square and say, you've known Matt for a long time, and he would never do anything more than teach his students.
Now, you see, this is why you're having such a bad time, Graves. If that's your first thought of how to fix this, like, of course that's not going to work. Is that what you've been trying?
Well, go out and tell that... Okay, the rumors are that he's having relations inappropriately with his students.
And?
They are categorically false on every level. Matt doesn't even have time for his own wives. He's a little busy with his work.
So has anyone come forward?
No, but...
And this is nation killing? What the hell's wrong with Taldor? There's definitely nothing to worry about.
Well, let me put it to you this way. We don't know where the rumors are coming from, and people are eating them up hook, line, and sinker because of who Matt's mother is.
Well, of course they're hooking it hook, line, and sinker. It's leader gossip. There's, like I'm saying, like we'll get to the bottom of this. I'm not saying we just ignore it, but I'm saying, Alvera, the odds are in our favor. Calm down.
You know, if
yeah, they could be for now.
I mean, if anything will make Alvera feel better, it would be finding Matt and, you know, telling him what's going on.
Things with Matt usually sort themselves out.
We are talking about the guy who's been kidnapped more times than I have fingers on my right hand.
And he's still alive.
How has he been sidelined from all of these activities so often? It's as if some unruly deity realized he made a mistake and has to fix it.
I
was gonna say, Gavilan.
Wait, is this the first time Seth's been kidnapped?
I think this is the second.
Oh, right.
Or the third. I don't know what's happened. The last few years have been
I think it's probably first or second, to be honest.
The last few years of this great adventure we've been on, I've kind of been a blur in my head. I don't really know much of anything that's actually happened.
I've been hit on the head too many times to have solid memories, too.
Yeah, what about you, Barry? Do you remember all the great adventures we've had since
This is the second time. This is the second time. They're just answering that because
I'm making a joke how we've done a time skip and haven't played the rest of the adventure yet.
Oh.
What about you, Barry? Do you remember what we've done since the time lost style? It's kind of a blur.
Oh my god. You see how Delver just kind of grunts like, unfortunately, but Because she kind of sits up. It's like, Gavilan.
Yes.
I was gonna say, were the was at least the little group of people that came in still here earlier, or are they already gone?
Oh no, they went to their headquarters.
Graves. Hey, Gavilan, over a high or low?
Uh-oh.
It's always high.
I'll go low.
Well, you gave me two separate answers. Choose one this time.
What would you like to choose over?
I might as well go high at this point.
High it is.
Graves has one of those idiot savant moments, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I just realized something." So this message came without match location, right?
As far as I know.
I don't know. I don't have the letter.
Well, I can't read, so as far as Alvaro knows, that's
You
correct.
can't read?
Yeah.
Wait, you said you learned how to read last time we talked.
Alvarez stands up and smacks him on the beak.
That, to be fair, I did know how to read up until I got punched so hard I forgot what colors looked like.
Anyway, what about it?
So,
Another smack
Glinda's the
again.
only person who knows location.
Right.
And she told us that she wants us to take him out. But she told us, she didn't quite say kill us. Glinda's the kind of woman, killed the problem. She said fix it permanently. Glinda's the kind of person who would just tell us in plain text to kill Matt if it were her choice. Like, yeah. So, I have a feeling this is... Also, what was the title she used?
I don't have the letter.
Do you remember, Alvaro?
I don't actually. What was it?
It was acting Prime Minister of the Taldane Federation.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Glinda Valorant, the Spy Master of Taldor.
Glinda was highly dubious.
So, she didn't use Spy Master, which is how she would give us official orders if she were not writing something under duress. That both solves...
This does make sense, Graves. This is highly dubious.
Yes, because Glinda doesn't want to give us the kill order, but she's... fucking politics, of course.
Those were, hey, that's left. Were those the kids we're supposed to look after?
A mixture of those kids and the...
What about the invisible dude with the cards?
I'm sorry, there was an invisible dude with the cards.
Oh, you didn't see him? Yeah. He was just like shuffling cards and giving a large smile. I thought he was just a student. I didn't know those kids were important. Were they important?
The kids were important, yes.
Alvaro just kind of leans in. It's like, who?
Also, Gavilan, who do we know?
Guy, cards, had a gun.
Hey,
I don't know,
Gavilan, what organization do we know that loves to fuck around with cards?
Well, it's a whole religion around that.
No, not... Well, they are tarot cards, actually. That's a
The Ass Hiss Consortium!
The spirit world?
The spirit world!
And who do you... Who, if, who do you think that...
Barley, get out of that.
Who do you think...
That kitty.
Hey, don't call me a kitty. I'm a lion.
Shut up, Graves, my Discord kitten.
I'm a lion!
Anyway.
By the way, that was Graves going out of his idiot savant moment.
So you're saying that there is a dream? There is one of those people with the children we're supposed to protect right now.
What are you talking about? Graves not know what you mean.
Were you asking which card Trap Trick is? I think it should be obvious. They're either the Fool or its inverse, the Jester.
Who said that?
Reeves in the room.
Oh, Reeves is here?
Yeah, no, it's been an
He's
hour.
been here this entire time.
Yeah, it's been an hour. Greaves is
Oh,
moving back to the
hey!
lower.
They're alive!
Ah, good. They were in danger? I just sort of spaced out for a few minutes there.
No, they were fine.
Oh.
Anyway, as I was thinking, that note about Glenda was highly dubious. She never talks about herself as the Prime Minister, and she was going to tell us that Matt was going to be killed. She just outright say that.
Yes, that makes sense. But, Gavilan, when did you become so intelligent enough to figure that out?
Motherfucker, I've been intelligent for the majority of the time
I'm
you know
back.
me at this point.
Well, that is fair. I just...
All right,
You were gonna
anyway,
hit that on the head, weren't you?
Yeah, I do not recommend us getting into another fight with Matt for that reason.
Matt die. Yeah, right. Sometimes, though, there's like an undead version of him running around. But that's okay. He's just our white friend.
I don't know what to do with that.
Say,
But I think that that the important thing here is Alvera has calmed down. I'm going back to the bar.
You say that Alvera stops him for a minute. It's like, hold on. I still had some questions to ask you.
Yes.
I was gonna say, with the group that came in, did they say anything else after I was gone?
I don't know. Ask them. They're back.
She shakes her head. It's like, all right. And she just stands up and it's just like, I appreciate that you were here, Graves. I still might need a little bit of time to kind of register, but otherwise I appreciate that you were here at least.
Oh, you're welcome, Silver. Hey, what's up?
Alvera, Graves puts a hand on your shoulder. You should not have said that to me. Have you ever realized that whenever one of us tends to say we're doing better and we just need a bit more time, the last thing that happens is we get that more time? You ever wonder why the universe likes to collectively bend us over and kick us in the dick and fine us in the Alps?
No.
It's because we say shit. Like that. Literally, you're going to walk into the next room and something bad is going to happen.
I mean, I was just merely saying that I just appreciate
Something bad's really happening out here.
So, while Graves was saying that to you, a courier comes hey, I'm not going to hand this to Alvera because I fear for my life. So, I have something for your hands only.
Just leave it on the table.
Okay, I'm leaving before
God.
this place goes into a disco inferno.
These are so filthy.
All that Alvera was gonna say was that she appreciated Graves' support and everything, that that she might just kind of need a little bit more support out in a little while, but she was just more so saying that she was glad that he was there for the time being and just might need a little bit of that later. But she's okay right now.
Now it's time for my coup de grace for the session. I'm gonna end it on a high note.
First I go in and give her the letter.
Yeah, well, the letter is the coup de grace.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you guys remember that one time where we were here and something horrible happened?
Harley, stop.
So, the letter is for you, Alvera.
Mm-hmm.
Alvera got a message.
You open it,
Don't know from
and
who.
the letter is written in some red ink-like substance.
Oh, is it says blood?
And it reads as following. Hello there. We have not met, but we've known about each other for a while, hopefully. I will not disclose my name. All I will say is I have him. And You have a piece of him in your hand right now. I will not give you my demand for releasing him, because I will not release him. He is mine. He will be mine. You are never seeing him again. If you want to know why, ask your family.
They now, Alvera just like sits there after reading it, and then just kind of like.
P.S. I wrote this in
seems
his
to-
blood, if that wasn't clear.
Yeah, no, I got the gist of it, and she's probably like skimming over it,
See,
like
I told you
over
it
and
wasn't
over.
dead.
Yeah, she's probably skimming over it like over and over, but she is like pretty much going from I was having a bad time, but I'm okay now to returning to immensely not okay.
Yeah, Alvera is currently collecting herself in the downward spiral. Also, talk
God.
to family? What the fuck does that mean? Maybe we'll find out next time. Bye!
Can I just
God damn
karate
you.
chop and
We'll
knock
find
her
out
out
tomorrow.
so she doesn't blow up the house?
We'll find out
We'll
tomorrow.
find out if she blows out the house tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.
Karate
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.